If you've been wondering how to start an Etsy shop without buying inventory, stick around. I'm going to take you step by step through what I did in 2025, so you can build your shop even if you've never sold anything online before. So imagine making money by selling designs, artwork, or prints on Etsy without ever touching, storing, or shipping a single physical product. I actually built a tiny Etsy store using print on demand only, and within 3 months I was bringing in steady sales. And down in the description, I've got a link to BZ if you want to set up your US LLC for free, plus perks worth over $250 that will help your Etsy business operate smoothly. There's something beautiful about Etsy. It connects makers to buyers, but you don't have to be an artisan or manage inventory. With print-on-demand services like Printful, Printify, or Guten, you upload your designs and they handle production, shipping, and fulfillment. You don't buy stock, you don't store products, and you don't package anything. Your creative product gets printed and shipped only when someone places an order. That means your overhead is extremely low and you never deal with unsold products. Print on demand makes Etsy accessible for graphic designers, illustrators, writers, and even beginners with no craft or art background. And in 2025, the demand for personalized gifts, funny mugs, or trendy wall art is still strong. Now here are the steps to start. Step 1. Set up your Etsy shop, legit. First, you'll need to set up your Etsy account and create your shop. Choose a shop name that's memorable and not overly complicated. Think about what types of products you'll sell. Maybe it's pet-themed mugs or minimal wall art. Your shop name should hint at what you do. Once your shop name is picked, Etsy will walk you through the steps. Choose currency, payment method, and shipping preferences. Even though you won't ship yourself, you'll still fill in a few product policies so Etsy knows how fulfillment will work. At that point, your shop is live, but it's still empty. Step 2. Choose print-on-demand provider and connect. At this point, you'll pick a print-on-demand partner. I tested both Printful and Printify and found they both work well with Etsy. Pick one, sign up, and connect it to your Etsy store via the app integration in Etsy. Once connected, you can design products in their interface, like mugs, t-shirts, or posters, and publish them directly as new Etsy listings. When customers order, those listings automatically generate fulfillment with your provider. You get the profit, minus the cost, and the provider handles the rest. Step 3. Designing products for sales. Something people often get stuck on is design. You don't need high art, you need targeted design. That means niches like funny cat mom shirts, motivational yoga posters, or custom baby milestone cards. Use tools like Canva, Adobe Illustrator, or hire a graphic designer on Fiverr to make designs that appeals to a specific audience. You'll upload your design onto the product mock-up in your Poddy provider, choose colors, justify the price, e.g. £24.99, and then publish it as a listing on your Etsy shop. And don't forget, keywords matter a lot, so title your items based on what people search. Step 4. Write a description that sells. A lot of new sellers just copy generic phrases, but what really works is clear language that addresses buyer questions. Who is this for? What are the product materials? How big is it? How long will shipping take? How do they request a refund? And add a little friendly tone, something like, designed by someone who's also crazy about dogs. This mug shows how much you love your pup even before your morning coffee. Use your shop bio to build a connection. Explain who you are, why you made this shop, and what your values are. Customers respond better to real stories. Step 5. Pricing and profit margins. Make sure your Etsy price covers your pod cost, Etsy fees, 15%, payment processing, 3%, and still gives you at least £8.15 in profit. If it ends up too small, either raise your price or find a lower cost product or bundle items. For example, a poster set or mug plus print combo sells well and increases profit. Step 6. Getting views and sales without paid ads. Initially, Etsy has to trust you. That means you need to earn views and favorites. Use strategic keywords so your listing appears in searches. Include phrases like funny dog mug gift, cat mom coffee cup, or wall art motivational quote. Also, post to Pinterest. I started getting a few Pinterest sales within a week by pinning product mock-ups and linking directly to my Etsy listings. Another tactic is joining Facebook Etsy seller groups to share your launch and get early feedback and exposure. Encourage buyers to favorite your shop and leave 5-star reviews. Once you have a few sales and reviews, Etsy's algorithm begins to favor your listings. Step 7. Managing orders, customer service and scaling. Customer service is key. If someone asks for a custom design, respond within a few hours. If a print-on-demand item is damaged, proactively refund and replace. Small gestures build trust and repeat business. As sales grow, scale by adding more designs targeted at similar niches. For instance, if a dog lover mug performed well, make variations for cat owners or horse lovers. Over time, you can hire a designer or assistant to help you with graphics, listings, or customer messages. One of my shops grew from 1 design to 20 over 6 months. From there, I made around $2,000 monthly, largely passive, since fulfillment was entirely handled by the pod partner. So the journey looks like this. Register your shop, connect print on demand, create niche designs, price smart, optimize for Etsy and Pinterest, support customers well, and repeat. That's your blueprint. Building this kind of business takes consistency, not perfection. It requires iteration, uploading 15 designs, seeing what sells, refining your target audience, and then scaling it. One final thought. This isn't about overnight success. It's about a small store, slowly making passive money, allowing you to build multiple shops or diversify. In that way, an Etsy print-on-demand model can become an income stream rather than a full-time job. If you found this video helpful, do me a favor. Give it a like, share it with someone who wants to sell online without stock, and subscribe because we release simple business guides every week here on Fast Biz Growth. If you'd like me to do a deep dive into designing for Etsy using Canva or automation tools, let me know in the comments. I read every comment, and I actually use your feedback to make new videos. And don't forget, check the link in the description to start an LLC the right way using BZ. Form it for free, get a year of registered agent service, a tax consultation, and setup support, plus over $250 value. That's how many of us legitimize our shop and operate like real US businesses. Thanks so much for watching. Take action today because your designs shouldn't sit idle. See you at the next one.